As you guys joining with the bar and professor, today we're gonna be doing a quiz, which is safety quiz. Okay, you guys gonna help me out. It's for the chemistry. Okay, when should you wear a lab coat in the chemistry laboratory? Okay, when measuring chemicals, when mixing chemicals, when heating chemicals, when working with a flame, at all times, basically all times, guys. Okay, save. So as you press save, you would have uh, the one here as a saved without being not saved. Laboratory work can be started as soon as you enter the lab, even if the teacher is not present. True, laboratory work can be started as soon as you enter the lab, even if the teacher is not present. For sure, guys, some lecture will be or instructor will be there to assist us. Okay. Unused chemicals should never be returned to the original container. True. Question 4. Cell phones may be used in the laboratory. False. You cannot use cell phones, man. Question 5. Chemical labels must be read and understood before use. For sure, true. Okay, guys. Let's see. Avoid handling chemicals with fingers. True. Do not immerse hot glassware in cold water. If you or your lab partner is hurt, immediately inform to the laboratory instructor. When making an observations, keep at least an arm's length away from the specimen. Never look onto a container that is being heated. Pipetting a liquid by mouth is permitted as long as you are careful. Never handle broken glass with your bare hands. If you break a piece of glassware in the lab, you should immediately clean it up and dispose of it in a regular waste container. Immediately clean it up and dispose it in the broken glassware container. That's it. A lab coat must be worn during laboratory experiments. Students are allowed to work alone in the laboratory even without the presence of instructor. Sinks are to be used only for disposing of water. Unused chemicals should be returned to their stock bottles. Do not taste or smell any chemicals. Broken glassware must be disposed in the specialized designed broken glass container. Bags and backstraps may be brought in the lab. Hands must be washed with a soap water after performing all experiments. You know what to do if there is a fire alarm during a laboratory class. You are aware of the location and operating procedure of all safety equipment, including emergency phone, first blanket. Who cares, right? Okay, 24. All chemicals in the laboratory are to be considered as a dangerous substance. Dangerous chemicals, okay? Chemicals waste must be disposed of according to the instructions provided by your lab instructor or anybody. Long hair must be tied back and your clothing must be secured. When is it necessary to wear safety glass in the chemical laboratory? When measuring chemicals, when working with a flame, when heating chemicals, when mixing chemicals, when measuring chemicals, when working with a flame. An incident or accident such as spill, breakage, cut, burn teaches immediately, no matter how true it seems. Never use, never use chipped, cracked, or dirty glassware. Laboratory glassware can be used as a containers for food or beverage. Again, laboratory glassware can be used as a container for food or beverage. You cannot use all the glassware that are in the lab as to have some water or to have some sharing our beverage to friends. You must read all procedure and instruction before beginning an experiment. Okay, guys, and here we go. Four more. If you spill a chemical at your lab bin, you should clean the spill up immediately. Clean the spill up once you are finished your lab. Leave the spill for the next group to clean. Clean the spill once you have free moment. If you are suffer an accident in the lab, you should leave the lab. Notify the instructor immediately. Keep it secret. Go to washroom to clean up. Hands must not make contact with your face or faces, eyes, mouth, and body washing chemicals or lab equipment. Okay, yes, that's very simple. You can leave a lighted burner unattended. Safety glasses are only needed when you are working with the chemicals. Chemicals and the other materials should never be removed from the laboratory. Contact lenses may not be worn in the laboratory. What safety attire or precautions are not required in the laboratory? Tie back long hair, safety glasses, gloves, torso, shoes with the heels more than 5 centimeter high. When handling strong acid or bases, wearing gloves is required. Has to be, you have to have gloves um, when you are handling with the strong acid. Look at the question, guys. It's very tricky question. Optional or required? Okay. So basically, when they're handling strong acid or bases, wearing gloves is uh, required. Okay, not optional. If because optional is basically you have a choice to have gloves on your hands while wearing while working with the strong acid. But requirement you have to have it. You have to have the gloves while you're working with the how do you call it? With the strong acid. If you think there's something wrong with a piece of equipment, stop and tell the lab instructor, another student, the technician. Bags, books, and other materials that are needed for the experiments are allowed in the laboratory. Sorry, this question is I mistake. Bags, books, and other materials that are not needed for the experiments are not allowed in the pods actually, man. Sorry about it. Eating, ringing, and gum chewing are not permitted in the laboratory. True, okay. We will care about it. Shoes must completely cover the food for sure, guys. And I won't even tell you guys to say word response. Okay, guys.